Today we're here to talk to you about a belief.
A what?
A belief. Hey guys, I'm Janelle.
And I'm Eddie.
And today we're here to talk to you about a belief that I think is ruining your business and your life.
And that is people in your neighborhood cannot afford to buy your products.
Yep, so we're gonna talk to you about this belief and why it's wrong and get you to think differently, so stay tuned. Hey guys, I'm Janelle Copeland, owner of the award-winning bakery, The Cake Mamas.
And I'm the cake daddy, Eddie Copeland.
Yes, I love that name. We're here to talk to you about this belief that we think is definitely holding back a lot of people in the baking industry.
People in my neighborhood cannot afford to pay higher prices for my products.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
And I mean, I hear it all the time, like constantly. So we'd like to talk to you today about how and why this belief is costing you more money than you even realize.
First off, the issue isn't price. Want to know how we know this?
How?
Because people we see in lower income areas are walking around with $280 Jordans all the time.
Yep, or carrying really high-end fancy handbags or other things that even rich people don't spend their money on.
And this misconception is just a belief that isn't true.
Nope, I don't think so. We know that because I sell cakes for $500 every day in my bakery.
And money is usually not the factor for most purchasing decisions. In fact, that was one of the main reasons why Janelle started teaching.
It is, yep. So I've taught countless lessons on pricing because pricing has plagued our baking industry for years, yet very few people have actually figured it out. And although we have tons of different challenges around pricing, the one I hear most often is that the neighborhood or community you live in is just an area that people won't pay for something you're selling.
Yep, they say things like, I live in an area where people won't pay higher prices for a cake. Or they'll say something like, my customers already complain about my current prices, which is already too low, so there's no way I can charge more. While we understand it's not easy to change your prices overnight and expect your customers to be happy about it, but they're really not gonna be happy if you don't exist tomorrow.
And I understand that living in lower income neighborhoods can be challenging. Why? Because I grew up in one. I lived in a neighborhood where my next door neighbor sold Mary Kay products just to make ends meet. And she would always complain about how cheap people were about cosmetics. But was that really true? Especially considering the girls in my junior high had full faces of MAC makeup. I mean, isn't MAC makeup more expensive than Mary Kay?
Yeah, and I grew up in a neighborhood where a lot of my friends in the community were on some type of government assistant program, but yet they regularly ate at expensive restaurants, had cable TV, dressed in designer clothes, sported the latest overpriced Nikes, and had the latest and greatest video game systems. So is it true? Can your people in your inner city really not afford your cakes, or have they found something special that they prefer to spend their money on?
Yep, it's so true. I mean, let's face it, if price were a major issue in the inner cities and small, low-populated towns across the world, high-end shoe and clothing companies wouldn't waste their time or money advertising and using celebrity influencers to sell their products. Those companies know and understand that people will buy things that they see value in or things that they truly want.
And just look at companies like Disney, Starbucks, Nike. I mean, Starbucks sells a $5 coffee anywhere and everywhere in the world, and Nike can boldly sell a $280 shoe.
Yeah. And I get it. I know you're scared. I remember when I struggled with pricing myself as a new business owner. I spent countless hours creating masterpieces and placed a value on what I thought people would pay for them based off of my current circumstance. We were broke, we were struggling financially, we'd been laid off, so I thought a little bit of money would help out my household. But then I realized that a little bit of money was not enough to generate real cash flow, which is the sole purpose of any business.
Even that may not be enough to win them over, especially if you're focused on price alone. What we've learned is that you have to anticipate what your customers want.
So let me ask you, do you really want to keep thinking that no one will pay for your cakes in your community? If you believe that, then sadly your business will never reach its full potential. Your talent and your skills will never reach beyond your current circumstances or your current beliefs. And you'll never really enjoy the freedom that entrepreneurship has to offer.
But if you want to learn how to position your products in a way that customers can't live without and learn how to think differently, join our private Facebook group where we have this great discussion all the time.
So click the link below to subscribe to our channel for other business tips.
See you in the next video.
See ya. There he is now. See you in the next video.
Not playing.
There.
For real.
Done. Cut.